What's going on, guys? Alex here with the Fast Lane car, and it's looking like gas prices are going to go up here in a little bit. And well, we've been playing around with some rooftop tents at the office the last couple weeks. Andre and I just got back from a camping trip in Oregon, and while we were there, we were kind of asking ourselves, how much does it cost to drive around with one of those rooftop tents on the roof of your vehicle? So in this video, we're gonna be doing our abbreviated MPG loop with the Touareg. We'll do it once without the tent, once with the tent, and then we'll figure out just how much efficiency you're losing by throwing a rooftop tent on your vehicle. Okay, we're gonna do the 2-click method, so we'll wait 30 seconds and then give it one more top off. All right, we're all topped off. All right, we're pulling out of the Love's truck stop right now, about to get started on this test. So of course, we're running it first without the rooftop tent. We'll do all the calculations and then we'll come back, put the tent on, do it once more and see exactly what kind of a difference it makes. All right, I am now merging onto I-76, and this is our abbreviated TFL Highway MPG test loop. It's exactly 66 miles from here in Hudson, Colorado, down to the Wiggins exit, and then back to Hudson at the same Love's truck stop. So we're doing a full loop, coming back, and we're gonna do that at 70 miles an hour. So I am now on the highway. I'm gonna set the cruise control right there to 70 miles an hour, and we're just gonna coast for 66 miles, head back, and then we'll do all the calculations at the pump. So this Touareg came with 29-inch tires, but we, of course, since then put on some bigger KO2s. They're bigger than the stock tire size, so our speedometer is a little bit off. I'm actually set right under 70 miles an hour right now, but we double checked it with a GPS app on the phone, and we're all good. We're going exactly 70 miles an hour now, according to the GPS. I'm sure you've seen this car before. This is our Tough T, or our 2004 Volkswagen Touareg. It has a 4.2 liter V8, makes 350 horsepower and 324 foot-pounds of torque. The tent we're gonna be putting on top in just a little bit though only weighs about 115 pounds, so it's not going to be stressing out the motor, so to speak. Really what we're looking for here is a change in aerodynamics, or we're looking at how the wind is going to be hitting the tent and affecting it. The weight really isn't gonna do much in terms of efficiency. Since this vehicle is on the older side, we went with 87 octane. The sticker inside the fuel cap says to go with 91, but we're obviously not going to do that. Just sticking with 87, running that in both of our loops to keep things consistent. All right, so I want to get a little sound test before we put the tent on the roof. So I've got our sound meter here. And it looks like about 68 to 69 decibels is what we're getting without the tent. It's still making a decent amount of noise. We have the bars on the roof right now, and they are set to the position that they would be set in if we had the tent on there. So they're making a little bit of a whistling noise, but I have a feeling it's gonna get much louder once we put the tent on. To keep this test uniform, I have to make sure that on both loops, the climate control is set the same in the cars. So in the front climate control, both zones are set to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and they are both on the lowest fan setting, and then the rear climate control is completely shut off, and that's how we're doing it for both the loop with the tent and without the tent. Okay, I completed the first part of the loop, so it's time to refuel, top it off, see exactly what the fuel consumption was like without the tent. Okay, so it's filling up right now. I'm gonna wait till it clicks, then I'll give it 30 seconds and top it off. And there's our second click. So we are at 2.958 gallons. Let's do our calculation. 66 miles divided by our 2.958 gallons. And that gives us 22.312 miles to the gallon. Okay, so we have the tent on. We're gonna do the run with the tent, but first we have to fill up. So let's get a full tank. And that's it. We're all topped off. Let's get on the road. So emerging onto the highway right now, we have the tent loaded up on the roof. I'm going to be doing 66 miles and I'm going to set the cruise control to 70 miles an hour. Okay, back to the sound meter. We're gonna do a little sound test, this time with the tent on the roof. So, right about 65, 66 decibels. So actually a little bit quieter with the tent on than without it. We were getting a little bit of a whistling noise before when we just had the crossbars. Now with the tent, it actually helps quiet it down a little bit, which is not what I was expecting. That's really interesting. All right, we're pulling off the highway right now. We just got done with the 66-mile loop. I'm gonna pull back into the Love's truck stop, refill, and we'll figure out exactly what the efficiency was on the Touareg with the tent on the roof. Same thing, I'm gonna do the double click method, so wait 30 seconds and then top it off again, and then we'll do our calculations. All right, 30 seconds have passed, let's top it off. And there we go, 3.567 gallons. All right, so 66 miles divided by our 3.567 gallons, and that gives us 18.503 miles per gallon, if you round up. Without the tent, I got 22.312 miles per gallon on our 66-mile loop at 70 miles per hour. Doing the loop completely over again with the rooftop tent, same speed, same distance, I got 18.503 miles per gallon. That's a decrease of 17%, so quite a bit of a difference driving around with just a bare roof versus the rooftop tent installed on top. So hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight into how much a rooftop tent will affect your efficiency. Maybe you'll want to pull that tent off for your next long road trip if you know you're not going to be using it. As always, this is Alex reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to go back to thefastlanecar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. Catch you in the next one.